In walks Mohammad Azharuddin. Slower one to Mohammad Azharuddin. He picked it up quite easily. And that was no problem for 4.
You can make out from Azharuddin's stance that is ready to hit the ball. That one pitched right in the slot. And Azhar makes no mistake, sends it away to mid-on boundary. It was a slower one from Sean Pollock. Nicely dispatched away.
Heads. And he'll get a couple here now. Down to a fine leg position. Yes, that's precisely the thing, because I suppose in the back of Hansi Cronier's mind, also Adams, is that one of the ways he's got Azharuddin out is caught and bowled.
Yes, Azhar's bat face does tend to open up sometimes, although he's got a predominant bottom hand.
Lovely shot. Well, that I was fully expecting, and it's maximum. Using his feet beautifully and going through with a shot over the head of the mid-off. There is no long off. I think it would have carried him anyway.
He used his feet well. He read the spin. It was the one that was going to turn away from him. The wrong one. Azharuddin using his feet splendidly to hit that over the ears of Donald. Do the rest. And Mohammad Azharuddin straight away taking advantage of that warm-up delivery from Lance Klosner to get India off to a start.
Once more on the same area, Sunil. Yes, he loves that onside, and anything loose there, he's not going to hang about. It's a vital psychological ploy. You're not going to be cowed down by this lot and said we are in pursuit of that first target of 329.
There again, this was a ball which most players would have played straighter, but Azharuddin has played it wide of mid-on. He's got these steely wrists, and even when they are steely, they are very, very flexible, almost rubber-like. He gets them to move beautifully.
And a full toss. 2 on the onside and 1 wide or mid-off. Scoreboard racing to 157 for 5.
He's a modest man, Mohammad Azharuddin. Otherwise, he would have told, after having played this cracking cover drive, hey, Lance, if you can hit 3 boundaries in a row, so can we.
Backward of point, 4 more. 161 for 5.
Well, the 100 partnership coming with this slightly uppish drive from Mohammad Azharuddin.
Azhar continuing from where he left off, magnificently driven through the covers. Yes, it beats Paul Adams, and that's 4 more. It's 5 boundaries after lunch from Azharuddin.
Well, there were many who thought that Azharuddin couldn't play drives in the cover region, that he preferred to play mainly on the onside. And while the latter is true, that he prefers to play mainly on the onside, this is as good a cover drive as one could ever hope to see. Played on the up, mind you.
Finding exactly the same spot that he had struck that earlier 4. Azharuddin 2 wide on the onside, 2 wide on the offside. And he races to his 50. 57 balls, 7 fours and 1 6.
And what a terrific way to get to your 50. He hasn't been bothered about the fact that India lost 5 wickets when he came into bat.
That backward of point again. It's very interesting. That's 2 boundaries backward of point, 1 through covers, 2 wide on the offside. That's just around the extra cover region, 2 on the onside.
This is short and wide, giving him enough room to get into position to play the square cut.
There wasn't much room between the gully and point. Paul Adams has no chance at all as another boundary, and Donald shakes his head. What can I do to stem this flow of runs?
Well, hope that the Indian batsman might get a bit carried away. Azharuddin getting on top of his toes. The important thing was he was rising as the ball was rising, and therefore he was able to control it. Kept his eyes on the ball. He's raced to 59 of 63 deliveries only.
The outfield is quick, but not quick enough. No, it does get past the fielder. So another boundary from Azharuddin, and this time once more very neatly through the covers.
Azharuddin standing on his toes again, and this time playing the ball a squarer. He uses a very light bat, but his timing is so good that the ball races away to the boundary.
Oh, that was very well done. Timing it, going on the back foot, leaning back, and 4 runs, third man.
Lance Klusener is giving him the width. He's bowling outside the off stump. This is an easy paced pitch, and Azharuddin is using the extra pace of Lance Klusener. Look at that, just guiding the ball past the fielder at gully. There's no third man. They've got 4 fielders on the offside now for Azharuddin to stop the square cut, the cover drive.
Lance Klusener, 63 runs for that 1 wicket. It's very expensive.
Blazing away. Now going over the top of slips for a boundary. The ball fairly racing away to the boundary. Azharuddin is not going to let go those deliveries from Klusener outside the off stump. He's going to take his chances. That's what he's decided. Look at that shot again. There is a third man, but the ball has simply gone too fast for him. And as Hudson has retrieved the ball and handed it over to Klusener, it's time for us to hand it over to Robin Jackman and Mohinder Ramanath.
Thank you, Sunil. And my God, what an explosive half hour this has been. And it looks like continuing as Azharuddin smashes that in the air but wide mid off for 4 more. Goodness gracious me, I haven't seen Test cricket like this ever, I don't think.
He's a very relaxed man after Sachin placed him as the captain, and here again hitting on the up actually, and he's not going to stop playing the strokes because he played a similar kind of inning in Calcutta. Then another
out, but Azharuddin in fine form.
And that will be his 100. A wonderful effort by Mohammad Azharuddin. Streaky, a life or two, but the crowd probably loved his innings. We certainly did. And Mohammad Azharuddin saluting the crowd. Everybody here, back home in the country, a fine 100.
And it's great to see the support here from the Newlands crowd, and of course the Indian players. They're all on their feet, as is just about everyone on the ground here. They're a very knowledgeable crowd here at Newlands. They really enjoy good cricket, and that really is a superb 100 off only 96 deliveries. So well played, Azhar, and a great partnership is building.
Not very well timed, but it will carry all the way through to the fence at mid-wicket. And Azhar pulls Alan Donald, who is not amused, for 4 more, and he goes to 104.
Now, if we can just analyse that shot a little bit better, there's 2 men down. Azhar fell for that trap in Durban, but look at that. The skill of the man, the form of the man, he was able to put that well in front of square leg. So that was terrifically placed and courageous enough to take on Alan Donald. Well played.
I suspect he got it just a touch higher on his bat than he would have liked, but nevertheless a wonderful stroke. And as you said, Mike, the courage of it all, which he has shown in plenty today. Full toss, put away to mid-wicket once again. That was a bad ball by Alan, and Azharuddin is in such fine form that he had little difficulty in putting it away for another 4.
Yes, you certainly don't bowl there, and Azharuddin and Tendulkar very, very strong off their pads, Azharuddin in particular. And just look at the way he dispatches this. High back lift, full toss, right off the middle of the bat, 4 runs.
And they stand 202 in only 154 minutes. That is not critical, though. We've been saying that time is on the Indians' side, and Azharuddin showing scant respect for the clock. 260 only for 5. They need to get... Big swing there by Mohammad Azharuddin. It will clear the man who is well up at mid-on. And another 4 to the blaster from India. That's what we must call him now. Azhar's really been going for it.
Yes, it's been really superb, hasn't it? And India now 5 for 269 and going strong.
And that was the only way it looked as if this partnership could have been separated. Azharuddin cutting a ball and going for a run, not realizing that the South African fielders throw themselves about. So this was a run towards another fielder perhaps, but not a South African fielder. Diving to his left, getting his hands together and running Azharuddin. But he has played a marvelous innings, 115 of 110 balls, and India 6 for 280.